Hello and welcome to my vlog on YouTube. So first of all, I'd like to say that I'm a huge fan of most of the CW new series, and it's been a catastrophe out there in Twitter and Facebook because CW has just renewed and cancelled some of the series that everybody loves and everybody watches. So I would like to say that I don't accept some of the choices, but on the other hand, I understand some, not all. So first of all, the new series that CW chose for the fall season of 2014 is The Flash, which is a spin-off of Arrow, iZombie, Jane the Virgin, and The Messengers. I'm really excited about Flash and The Messengers because I remember that I watched Flash on Arrow and I really loved it. And The Messengers is a thriller, so I can't wait to see these two series. Then the returning series for the fall season is The 100, Heart of Dixie, Beauty and the Beast, The Vampire Diaries, the original, Supernatural, Reign, and Arrow. I like to say that I agree with most of them. For instance, Heart of Dixie, which is a comedy, I really loved it. And Arrow, The Vampire Diaries, and Supernatural, they are the three big ones of the CW. Everybody loves it, everybody watches it. Then Reign is for its second season, and I like to say that I really loved it, Reign. I watch Reign and I'm a huge fan. I don't know if I ship Francis with Mary or Mary with Bash. Though I Wikipedia'd it, she's my best friend on the internet and she told me a huge spoiler. I really like Reign, I like the costumes, I believe that they are from that century but with a bit of modernity of this age, so I really liked it and I love the actors, they are really good. Supernatural, I actually don't watch it, and I know that a lot of SPN fans are going to throw that at my face because I'm going to talk about the spin-off Bloodlines. Then I watch Vampire Diaries, of course, who doesn't watch it? It's all about vampires and witches. Now we have Travelers this season, so it's really amazing. Then we have Arrow, of course, I watch Arrow, I love Arrow, it's really amazing. I don't know the DC Comics one, I don't know the era of the DC Comics one, but I really love the actors who are in Arrow, and I believe that the storylines are hugely amazing. Then Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast became with love at first episode in the season 1. Then I saw the first episode of season 2 and I was like, I don't really like it. And then one day I was zapping on the TV and I saw an episode of Beauty and the Beast and I just thought, whoa, this has gone through a roller coaster of new storylines and I have no idea what's going on. So I believe it's, I don't know, it's an ambiguous, I don't know, it's two poles of love or don't love Beauty and the Beast. Heart of Dixie, it's a comedy, I already talked about it and I really like it. Dr. Alabama is amazing. I mean, I don't know how she deals with all those things, but I believe it's amazing. Then the 100, I watched the pilot episode and I really didn't like it because it made me remember of other movies who talked about that too. So I just don't watch it because I feel that it's a mix of everything, though I thought that the storyline was great, but I don't watch it. Though I understand that lots of people watch it and love it and it's amazing, I know that. I mean, the special effects are hugely and freakingly amazing. I don't know, I remember that sort of Bambi with two heads. I mean, that just blew my mind away. So, the cancelled ones are the Tomorrow People, Star-Crossed, the Carrie Diaries, and the pilot episodes of Bloodlines. First of all, I'd like to talk about the Tomorrow People. I watched the millions of viewers in the United States of America, and I saw that the first episode began with 2.32 million viewers in US, and then on the last episode of the season, it ended with 6.01. So this shows clearly why the Tomorrow People is cancelled. We can see that it began with 2,032,000 and then it went just down. It was terrible, I gotta say. The best episode was the first episode. Then the rest of the ratings were just, I don't even want to talk about it. But I kind of remembers me of The Secret Circle. It began with 3 million viewers, I guess, and then it ended with half of that, and the series was cancelled. So it is obvious that CW doesn't like to lose much viewers, half of them at least. However, Star-Crossed, it began with really low ratings. The first episode had 1 to 28 million of people who watched it in the US, and then the 12th episode, so it's not the series finale, it had not even 1 million of viewers. So though the storyline is real, so one of the mistakes that I think that CW made with this series was, one, it didn't give a whole season to the series, and I believe that is hugely wrong. I believe that every season should have at least 18 episodes, because the storylines need to develop in a way that everybody's gonna love it. And Star-Crossed, it happens all too fast. I remember that I watched the pilot episode and it was amazing, and then the rest of the episodes, they're developing really fast. But it's like, I don't know, it is missing something. I don't understand it why. I believe that I think that Star-Crossed needs a whole season just to explain everything what happens with these aliens who came across our world. I really like the start of Star-Crossed, so I'm not even gonna talk about that because the series is amazing, and I know that it has really low ratings, but compared to another series who was renewed, and I'm talking about Beauty and the Beast, come on, Star-Crossed should have been renewed. I don't understand it. Then the Carrie Diaries. The Carrie Diaries, I just saw the first season, and I gotta say that I really love it because everybody loves Sex in the City, and of course that everybody wants to know about Carrie Bradshaw when she was a teenager. Hello, hair, come on. But I think that the series is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It's amazing, but it is so sad because it has so low ratings, and I think that I don't know, they gave a second chance to the Carrie Diaries because last year it was still in the bubble, and then they just haven't renewed. Come on, it is so sad. For instance, the best episode, it had only, didn't even had 1 million viewers, the best episode of the season, second season. So I think that it was a wise choice. I understand the fans. I am really disappointed too, but it was a wise choice for the CW who wants good ratings. So I understand Star-Crossed and the Carrie Diaries and kind of the Tomorrow People. About Bloodlines, I know that the ESPN fans are going to say it wasn't good. If Bloodlines was a whole series, it wouldn't have Dean and Sam and I don't know, Cassiel and I don't know who else, but I think that Bloodlines was really great. It had 2.03 million viewers in the United States, compared to the first episode of the new series of Supernatural, which was 2.59. It was amazing. Come on, it had 2 million viewers. It was just amazing. And then for instance, I'm going to explain this because it's really important for the CW to know and for everyone to know. Because, Bloodlines had 2 million viewers, and the following episode of the Supernatural had 1.59 million viewers. So you guys, it's a way down. So it's amazing. It's not Bloodlines' fault, and I'm really sad and I'm really upset that they didn't renew this pilot episode, because this came true, and because I feel really familiar with Bloodlines, and you know it's not just because it has Nate Pazalic and two actors from Pretty Little Liars. No, it's because it made me remember of that episode of the originals in Vampire Diaries, and it was amazing, it was mind-blowing. And Bloodlines is the same thing. I mean, it happens in Chicago. I mean, I watch Chicago Fire not just because they are really good actors, but because I really like the sightseeing. And Chicago, it had this, and I mean, I just don't understand it. Besides, the actors were really great. I mean, some people won't agree with me. I mean, they thought that Margot was a terrible actress, though she made me remember of Emily Thorne from Revenge. And I think that's really great because it's a family drama in David Lasseter's family. So that would be amazing. Besides, we have shapeshifters and werewolves. And of course, that's where werewolves are. And this was really hard to say right now. Vampires are for sure. So at least we have 3 to 4 families already, and then we need to find out who is the family number 5. Also, I just like to say that I really love that scene. I mean, poor guy who was proposing his girlfriend to marry him, and then she died. She was killed. And I think that in the end, when his father called, I mean, at least it seemed like his father, when he called him, I mean, there was a story open just for the new series. I mean, come on, it's not fair, because it made me also remember The Secret Circle, when the series finale was those 5 people looking at the city. I mean, come on, it's not fair for the fans. And I think that CW should really reconsider Bloodlines and The Tomorrow People. I'm not even gonna talk about Starcrossed, though I love it, but I understand why the CW cancelled, because it had really low ratings. But I think that the second series would be also good for Starcrossed. Just saying, just saying. I'd like to have a word with the Supernatural fans, please, and please don't go to dislike because, oh, this girl doesn't understand about Supernatural. No, it's not true. I tried to watch Supernatural after the Vampire Diaries in AXN Black, which is a channel in Portugal, and I really didn't enjoy it because it has too much mythology, and I know it's a lot of romance between Sam and Ian. I totally understand that, but I think that the SPN fans should give a chance also to Bloodlines, because it doesn't have romance, but hello, it has romance, and it's not the cliche vampire werewolf thing. It's a shapeshifter and a werewolf, and that werewolf is badass. I mean, come on, Violet was amazing. Come on, she almost killed that man with those green eyes and those thing. I mean, it's amazing. Come on, I think that's Bloodlines should have a second chance. Come on. And finally, I'm going to talk about the originals, because I saw on my Twitter today that someone was like, what do you mean the originals were really new? I mean, come on, that series is not even worth it. I mean, I didn't even answer it, because sometimes you just let it go and let it go. Originals, I am afraid to say this, and I really am, but the originals is a little bit better than Vampire Diaries. I know Claire Holt left, I know Daniela Pineda isn't there anymore, but good news, there is this guy from Teen Wolf who's going to be a witch, and I think that's going to be great. Also, about the originals, I don't want to talk about that much more, but I'm going to say I watched a crossover between Chicago Fire and Chicago PD, and I think that the creators of Vampire Diaries, who is also the creator of the originals, should really watch that crossover, because it was amazing. And I think that the crossover between Vampire Diaries and the originals, they were both renewed for the fall season, so it's a really good chance for you to hear me, guys. I think that a crossover like that could work with Caroline. I'm not even talking about Caroline, I'm talking about Caroline. Because imagine a blonde reunion like Rebecca, Camille, and Caroline. I think that it would be amazing. Besides, I think that Davina would love to talk with Bonnie Bennett. I just think that because do you remember that time when Bonnie resurrected Jeremy? Well, Bonnie could give like Davina some advice about that because Tim was really cute and I really cried and I got heartbroken as much as Davina. So summarizing everything, I think that the Tomorrow People, Star-Crossed, and Bloodlines should have a second chance. I'm really excited about two new series, The Flash and The Messengers. The returning series are The 100, Heart of Dixie, Beauty and the Beast, Arrow, The Vampire Diaries, The Original, Supernatural, and Ray. This is Theresa Bars and thanks for watching.